Clayton, thanks for taking the time. A couple of meets last week. You got to start at home, and then you went up to Denver. Great start, I think, in that home meet.
It was, Brian. It was a great night. All weekend long, we had our seniors were amazing, Gabe, Tori, and Wen. But also, we had on Friday night, we had a freshman who won two events, Jack Van Valkenburg. We had another freshman who won the 400 IM, Camden Swigert. So we are getting contributions from all four classes. And, that's what we really need. If we're going to compete at the end for a conference title, it's got to be, 16 swimmers, four divers that are all ready to go at the right time.
Yeah, Alex Kenyon on the boards always does a good job. But did you expect these younger people to come in and win races like that?
Well, we knew they had talent. We're excited about this class. It is a class that's deep. There's no one star, but they're great swimmers all over. So we're excited about this freshman class. But it just takes a while for them usually to adjust to racing in college. And so, yeah, they're coming along really, really well.
And you go up to Denver, two really good teams you swim against up there, and one really good swimmer was in the pool, a gold medalist, but Wen Zhang took him down.
That clearly was the exciting race of the weekend. And actually, they faced off in both the 200 and the 100. But Wen was able to win the 200 against Brooks. Brooks Curry is just an amazing athlete, amazing swimmer. And, Wen just crept up on him from the very beginning. Brooks has an amazing start, and he was out there, and Wen just chewed him up and gradually chewed him up. And then that last 50, when Wen put down the hammer, he went right by him and won. It's a matchup we've been wanting to have happen for that. We've seen LSU. This was the third time in the last year, and each time, for whatever reason, Brooks hasn't been in the 200. He's an A finalist at the NCAA meet in the 200, as well as being an NCAA champion in the 50 and 100. So it's one of his main events. So anyway, this was the first time those two had faced off, and it lived up to its billing. And then the rematch, Brooks got out again in the 100. Wen's start, he was just a little off, and Wen just couldn't quite come back on him. But it was amazing. It's amazing to have those kind of opportunities for us, in our backyard here.
For sure. If people hadn't heard of Wen Zhang by now, they certainly have now. But what does that mean for your program when you have, I don't want to focus just on one swimmer because, you have an entire team that's out there working hard.
Well, in our sport, that's nice, and you might get a little bit of attention, but at the end of the day, it's October, and in our sport, it's end of February, end of March. You got to do it when it really counts. And, we say this, we come back to this theme every single week, Brian. And that's the fact that this team is made for the end of February. This team, all of our goals, everything we work for is the end of February. And so really what it means is Wen Zhang has to bring his A game in October. He can't just wait until the end of the year. And that was across the board. Tori in the breaststrokes had some amazing competition, again, from LSU, and had to just lay it all out there. And so, it's just good to have to be great to win. And we understand being great in September, October is different than being great in February, but it's all kind of the same thing, and it all builds towards what we're trying to do at the end of the year.
You're trying to win another conference championship. Rob Clayton, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Brian.